to Daily Dictation. This week we're talking about marine life. This video is for low intermediate English speakers and it's all aimed to help you practice your English skills. This video and this activity is meant to help you practice your listening skills and your writing skills. I am going to read 5 sentences and you are going to do your best to write down each sentence as you hear it, applying the best spelling, grammar, punctuation, and capitalization according to your knowledge of English. And after I read all 5 sentences, I will show you the answers to show you how each sentence is properly written so you can check your accuracy. So let's talk more about daily dictation for a moment. There are new sentences each weekday and new topics each week. There are 2 English levels offered, and there is a vocabulary list and practice worksheets available. The instructions for dictation. So to do this activity, you will need either a blank document or a blank piece of paper. If you use paper, you will need a pencil to write down all of the sentences, and if you have a document, you do need to type out all of the sentences. I will read 5 sentences. Each sentence will be read 3 times and 1 more time at the end. You have to write down each sentence. You will use your listening skills to do this. Try your best to apply the correct spelling, punctuation, and capitalization when you're writing. So let's go ahead and get started. Here you see numbers 1 to 5. Each number represents a different sentence that will be read. So I'm going to read each sentence. I'm going to start with sentence number 1. Number 1. The shifting tides of the ocean change at different times of the day. The shifting tides of the ocean change at different times of the day. The shifting tides of the ocean change at different times of the day. Number 2. The ecosystem has colorful coral and diverse marine life. The ecosystem has colorful coral and diverse marine life. The ecosystem has colorful coral and diverse marine life. Number 3. The strong currents carry plankton through the sea. Strong currents carry plankton through the sea. Strong currents carry plankton through the sea. Number 4. Tourists travel to the coral reef of the Marine Wildlife Reserve. Tourists travel to the coral reef of the Marine Wildlife Reserve. Tourists travel to the coral reef of the Marine Wildlife Reserve. Number 5. Conservation efforts aim to protect the ecosystem of the reef and ensure the well-being of marine habitats. Conservation efforts aim to protect the ecosystem of the reef and ensure the well-being of marine habitats. Conservation efforts aim to protect the ecosystem of the reef and ensure the well-being of marine habitats. I will read each sentence one more time, starting with number 1. The shifting tides of the ocean change at different times of the day. Number 2. The ecosystem has colorful coral and diverse marine life. Number 3. Strong currents carry plankton through the sea. Number 4. Tourists travel to the coral reef of the Marine Wildlife Reserve. Number 5. Conservation efforts aim to protect the ecosystem of the reef and ensure the well-being of marine habitats. All right, great job everyone. Now let's get ready to check our answers. If you found that this video was a little bit too fast or too difficult, I recommend that you listen again and adjust the playback speed. You can make it go a little bit slower so it becomes more clear. If you need to listen to a specific sentence again, you can check the description for timestamps, and you can click whatever sentence you need to listen to again and click the time to that, and it will bring you to that sentence. You can listen as many times as you need. But if you feel like you did a perfect job and you did really great, then let's go ahead and check our answers. So we're going to go through each sentence here, starting with number 1. The shifting tides of the ocean change at different times of the day. Number 2, the ecosystem has colorful coral and diverse marine life. Number 3, strong currents carry plankton through the sea. Number 4, tourists travel to the coral reef of the Marine Wildlife Reserve. Number 5, conservation efforts aim to protect the ecosystem of the reef and ensure the well-being of marine habitats. So some of these words were a little bit more tricky. Conservation is another word that wasn't part of our list, but it is a good word to know, especially if you're talking about anything that has to do with wildlife or taking care of wildlife and things like that. Wildlife we saw last week in our topic about climate change in the Arctic, and it's just a reminder here that wildlife is one word. It's a compound noun, so it's one word. Always you want to double check and see if the subject is plural, then we're going to want the verb to agree with that. Subject-verb agreement is really important for grammar. Make sure that every sentence starts with a capital and ends with a period. Here we don't have any commas for today. All right, so have a look at some of the words. How did you do? What were the more difficult words? The words that you spelled wrong or any kind of grammar that you didn't quite get. This is something that you can review and improve on. We will have another video tomorrow. The video will practice these words. So these are some vocabulary words that you can review. We have ocean, coral, seaweed, tide, current, ecosystem, reef, plankton, wildlife reserve, marine. So as you review these words, have a look and see how they appear in sentences. Try to make your own sentences with these words and know the definitions and the context that they're used in. If you want to know more about these words, check the link in the description. The link will take you to a worksheet that has a list of words, definitions, example sentences. There's a quiz where you can practice the words in your own sentence structures and fill in the blank in an essay. And you can see them in reading comprehension with reading comprehension questions to help you further practice your skills. So keep on practicing, keep on trying your best, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.